In the first set of videos, you created a website using HTML code. This allowed you to have a header, a navigation section, an aside, and the main article. We formatted parts of these using cascading style sheets. In this series of videos, we will add more CSS code to make an improved web page. For example, we will add a gradient in the header. We will align the heading with our logo. We will make a gradient in the sidebar with rounded corners and a drop shadow. We will also improve the navigation buttons, including rollovers that change color. We will also make improved buttons in the sidebar. These will have various text effects. We will improve the positioning of our aside and also improve the article positioning to move it away from the edges of the page. Our first task is to create a gradient in the header. We are going to use a tool available at colorzilla.com to create the actual gradient from a range of different colors. Start off by getting the browser up. So if we use Preview in Browser, then we can look for Colorzilla, notice the American spelling, .com. And when we arrive here, we use Ultimate Gradient Designer. This has a range of preset gradients, and we should choose one that's close to what we want to use in our header. I'm going to start off with a gradient that goes from light to dark green. I can use these sliders to change the positioning of the gradient. I have a preview here that shows me what it will look like. I can choose to reverse the gradient if I want it to switch from corner to other corner. When you have the shades that you want to use, and bear in mind that you will have to use this with the logo that you have, then you should move to this box here and click on the Copy button. This says Copied to Clipboard. Switching back to expressions, we need to find the section of CSS that styles our header. So scroll to the top of your code, find the style section, and within this, find the header section. Move to the end of the header, but before the closing curly bracket. So we can see here that I have an open curly bracket and a closing curly bracket. I move to just after the last piece of code before the closing curly bracket, press Enter to leave space, and then I paste the code that came from Colorzilla. If I click back into the page, we can see that the header has changed. It doesn't look quite like a gradient. To see the gradient, we must be using a compatible browser. So I would have to go to File, Preview in Browser, and that way I can see the gradient that I have applied.